Hello. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 174, The Art Class. The rain hammered against the windowpanes of the old community centre, a rhythmic counterpoint to the chatter inside. Sarah, perched on a rickety wooden stool, wrestled with her paintbrush. Frustration gnawed at her. The vibrant colours on her palette seemed to mock her, refusing to coalesce into the picture she envisioned. Across the room, bathed in the warm glow of a table lamp, sat Emily, her classmate and polar opposite. Emily, with her effortless strokes and calm confidence, was already halfway through a stunning landscape, the sky ablaze with fiery oranges and purples. A pang of envy shot through Sarah, quickly followed by a sigh. Art class was supposed to be her escape, a chance to unwind after a stressful week in her accounting job. Instead, it felt more like another test, another hurdle she couldn't quite clear. "Having a bit of trouble there, Sarah?" A gentle voice startled her. Mr. Davies, their art teacher, stood beside her easel, his kind eyes crinkling at the corners. He was a man whose passion for art was infectious, his white beard dusted with colourful specks, remnants of countless artistic endeavours. "Just can't seem to get it right," Sarah mumbled, gesturing at her canvas, a half-formed mess of greens and blues. Mr. Davies chuckled. "Art isn't about getting it right, Sarah. It's about expressing yourself, capturing a feeling, a moment." He gestured at her blank canvas. "What were you trying to paint?" Sarah hesitated. "The park, actually. The one near my flat. I wanted to capture the way the sunlight filters through the leaves in spring." Mr. Davies nodded, a thoughtful expression on his face. "Close your eyes, Sarah. Imagine yourself in the park. The warmth of the sun on the skin. The scent of freshly cut grass in the air. What do you hear?" Intrigued, Sarah closed her eyes, letting the sounds of the classroom fade away. Distant traffic, a child's laughter, the rhythmic patter of the rain, all became part of the soundscape in her mind's eye. But one sound stood out, the gentle chirping of birds. "I hear birds," she whispered, surprised by how clearly she could imagine it. "Good," Mr. Davies said softly. "Now, imagine those sounds translating into colours on your canvas. What colours represent those chirps for you?" Sarah opened her eyes, a spark of inspiration glinting within them. She dipped her brush in a bright yellow, a colour that seemed to embody the cheerful chirping in her head. Flicking her wrist, she dabbed the canvas with tiny dots like scattered sunlight through leaves. With renewed enthusiasm, she added other colours, blues for the sky, greens for the leaves, blending them with a newfound confidence. As the class drew to an end, Sarah looked at her canvas with a newfound sense of pride. It wasn't a perfect picture, not by a long shot, but it was hers. It captured a feeling, a moment in time, filtered through the lens of her own imagination. Leaving the community centre, the rain had stopped. As she walked home, Sarah noticed something new. The streetlights cast a warm glow on the wet pavements, creating a surreal, almost magical effect. A smile touched her lips. The world seemed a little more vibrant, a little more full of colour, thanks to the newfound perspective she'd gained in Mr. Davies's class. The following Friday, Sarah entered the art class feeling lighter. The room buzzed with conversation as students settled into their usual spots, but her gaze was drawn to a new face, a young man with nervous energy bouncing in his leg. "Hi," Sarah said, offering a friendly smile. "You must be new." He started, then grinned. "Yeah, first time here. Bit nervous, to be honest." "Don't worry," Sarah assured him. "Mr. Davies is a fantastic teacher. Just relax and have fun with it." Over the next few weeks, Sarah found herself drawn to the newcomer, whose name was Alex. He was a graphic designer by day, a complete novice in the world of oil paints, but his enthusiasm was contagious, and they found themselves encouraging and inspiring each other throughout the sessions. One Friday evening, as they were cleaning up their brushes, Alex spoke up hesitantly. "Sarah, I was wondering if you'd like to grab a coffee sometime. Outside of art class, I mean." Sarah's heart did a little flip. "Sure," she said, trying to sound casual. "That sounds great." They walked out into the cool night air, their laughter mixing with the city sounds. Looking back, Sarah realized art class had given her more than just a newfound appreciation for colour and form. It had opened a door to a world of possibility, a world where a simple brushstroke could lead not just to a painting, but to a connection she hadn't dared to hope for. Weeks turned into months, and Sarah and Alex became inseparable. Their art class became a shared haven, a place where they could explore their creativity and their growing feelings for each other. Mr. Davies, with his twinkling eyes, seemed to take a quiet pleasure in their blossoming romance. One Friday evening, the class was given a special assignment, a self-portrait. Sarah approached the task with a trepidation she hadn't felt in weeks. Staring into the small mirror Mr. Davies had provided, she saw a familiar reflection, yet one that felt subtly different. There was a newfound confidence in her eyes, a spark of joy that hadn't been there before. As she started painting, she realized it wasn't just her physical features she wanted to capture. She wanted to paint the way she felt, the happiness that bloomed inside her like a vibrant flower. She used bold brushstrokes, mixing colours with an abandon she wouldn't have dared before. Reds and oranges for passion, blues and greens for newfound peace. When it came time to present their work, Sarah felt a familiar knot of anxiety tighten in her stomach. But as she held up her painting, the nervous flutter subsided. The class fell silent and then erupted into applause. Even Emily, usually reserved with her praise, offered a genuine smile and a nod of approval. Mr. Davies' eyes misted over. "Sarah," he said, his voice thick with emotion, "you've captured something truly special here. It's more than a painting. It's a reflection of how the beautiful soul within." Sarah beamed, her heart overflowing with warmth. Art class, once a source of frustration, had become a source of joy, a place where she'd not only discovered her creative voice, but also found love. She glanced at Alex, who held her gaze with a smile full of pride. Together they had created something beautiful, both on the canvas and in their newfound connection. As they walked out into the starlit night, hand in hand, Sarah knew that this was just the beginning of their colourful adventure. Vocabulary notes. Sentence. The rain hammered against the window panes of the old community centre. Hammered, verb. Hit something repeatedly and with force. Counterpoint. Noun. Something that provides a contrast or balance to another thing. Here the rain's rhythm contrasts with the chatter inside. Community centre. Noun. A building used by a local community for social activities and meetings. Sentence. Sarah, perched on a rickety wooden stool, wrestled with her paintbrush. Perched. Verb, sit or stand in a precarious or uncomfortable position. Rickety, adjective, not steady or stable, likely to collapse. Wrestled, verb, struggled with something difficult to control. Sentence, a pang of envy shot through Sarah. Pang, noun, a sudden sharp feeling of pain, sadness or jealousy. Sentence, Mr. Davies, their art teacher, stood beside her easel, his kind eyes crinkling at the corners. Easel, noun, a support for painting or artist materials. Crinkling, verb, become wrinkled or creased. Infectious, adjective, of a feeling or quality, easily spread to others. Sentence, close your eyes, Sarah, imagine yourself in the park. Imagine, verb, form a mental image of something, especially something that is not present or that cannot be seen. Sentence, Sarah dipped her brush in a bright yellow, a colour that seemed to embody the cheerful chirping in her head. Embody, verb, be a perfect example or symbol of something. Sentence, as the class drew to an end, Sarah looked at her canvas with a newfound sense of pride. Drew to an end, phrasal verb, came to a finish. Newfound, adjective, recently discovered or acquired. Sentence, the world seemed a little more vibrant, a little more full of colour. Vibrant, adjective, full of life and energy, bright and colourful. Sentence, Sarah noticed something new. The street lights cast a warm glow on the wet pavements. Cast, verb, throw or project light or shadow onto something. Surreal, adjective, strange or dreamlike. Sentence, Sarah found herself drawn to the newcomer. Drawn to, phrasal verb, feeling attracted to someone or something. Sentence, their laughter mixed with the city sounds. Mixed, verb, combine or be combined with something else. Sentence, a door to a world of possibility. Haven, noun, a place of safety or refuge. Blossoming, verb, of a feeling or relationship, develop in a healthy and positive way. Story written by Google Bard AI. Image created by desgo.com AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed the story, please would you take the time to leave a meaningful comment and click on the like icon. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.